how are we all doing, and how is our day going? So it's another day, another live. Let me be more audible. I hope you can hear me. So welcome to another live session. It's Thursday and this is Lagos, Nigeria, and it's currently 3 p.m. on the dot. So somehow I've been sober like for a couple of hours. I've been, I won't say sad, but kind of, yes. I'm sad. I'm unhappy because of a disturbing video I came across last night, actually. So from the title of this live and from the thumbnail, it is about Nigeria's economy. So I'd like us to talk. How are you guys surviving? I came across a video last night, like I was saying, of a full-grown man crying bitterly. He was weeping and narrating how his business was closed down. Is it closed down? Or he was humiliated, of how everything he was using for the business were packed up, and he was left, or he's left with nothing. So he's a man, a full-grown man, and a family man, I think, or someone that looks after other people. So more like he has so much responsibility on his shoulder. So it's akara business, actually, for a man, a full-grown man. I know jobs are not attributed to gender. A woman can be a mechanic and a man can be a nurse, yes. So, but there are some things that your head just gets used to, that it's a woman thing or something, like frying of akara. It's just common that, yes, it's a woman that does that. I know of a couple though that fry akara around my area. So if the woman is not there, the man is there all the time. You would see him trying to light up the heat, trying to make fire. I think they use firewood or something. He tries to do that, and they fry akara. He fries even when he's not there and sells. So it's more like we're used to seeing women do these things, and for a man to do it, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage. There's nothing that one should be ashamed of doing as a source of income, except it's illegal or immoral. But if it's legal, if it's decent, then nobody should be ashamed of his or her profession. So this man fries akara as his means of survival, and according to the story, he lives well on that business. Not very well, but he's managing himself, he's helping other people, and he's growing in the business. But all of a sudden, the task force came and declared everything. He was running after them and begging, but they didn't listen to him and declared his items, the gas cooker he's using, the pots, everything, they cleared it. I know I've experienced something like, I've seen something like that. I've seen what this task force do to traders on the street. I understand that they are trying to reduce crowd on the street. I understand that they are trying to deal with a lot of crime. They are trying to deal with congestion, population. I don't know, but they are doing something good, actually. Maybe they are trying to clear off the streets, tidy up the streets. But these people that are struggling for survival, these people that are that have nowhere to go. These people that we don't even know their story, we don't know where they come from. Some may probably be orphans, some are elderly. Like I've seen elderly women running after these guys, begging them to leave their goods for them. And what are the things that these people are selling? Just 100 naira stuff, 200, 50 naira. Some little, little things that the gain, they're just using the gain to eat something or provide for their family or to just basically buy food, something that they can't even pay rent with. They can't provide basic things of life with it. But I've seen old women begging. I've seen people, once they sight them like this, they'll be like, hey, they are coming, and they start running. The thing is, like I was saying, I understand that these people are trying to do something good. They are trying to clear the street. They are trying to make the nation better. But what happens to these small business owners? Why not provide a space or spaces for them or give them option? Yeah, welcome. Give them options of where they can trade or no, no, where they can run their little businesses. Why not sit with these people and talk? They've been there. That those spots that these people use for businesses may be favoring them. It may be like the place like their targeted audience are there. So even picking a place for them, like a random place for them, may not even be the solution. They may not have their customers there again. It may favor some and it may not favor some. It may favor some. So I think I have a call. Uh, so providing an alternative space for someone or the people may favor some of them, it may not favor some of them. Reason being that their audience, their target customers may be in that particular location they are, that you're sending them away. So why not sit with these people first? Some people, it's not even the business they like to do, but because they didn't have a choice, that was the only thing they could lay their hands on at that moment. Let me call you back. Sorry, I got interrupted. So they may not be able to talk to these people one on one, but have like a meeting with the community or something. There's always a way around these things, and not for you to just come and someone has been suffering to build, just clear it. I felt for that man. He was just crying like a baby. He was just crying like a baby. And you'll be wondering, okay, is it just gas cylinder? Is it just a pan for frying? Is it not beans? Is it not oil that you buy? And it's a lot. He must have gone through a lot to get these things. That's the extent at which we are suffering in this country. As common and, let's say, affordable as those things look or seem, people struggle to get them to build businesses. Hi, Aregbesola Ibrahim. Um, I'm currently in Lagos, Nigeria. Are you also in Lagos? Thank you so much for joining. We're talking about Nigerians and survivor, like how we are surviving in this country right now. So thank you so much for joining. You can opinion in the comment section. You can drop your questions and suggestions. Let me know your location too. And yeah, thank you. So from the title of this live, I got interrupted. So this is like a part two of this. If this is the part of the live you're seeing, then we have one that started earlier, then got cut off along the line, and this is the continuation. Oh, it's not easy, but here we are. Yeah, we thank God. The thing is, God has been faithful to us. We have been surviving. We always call ourselves that as we always regard ourselves as people that have thick skin, that we survive anything in Nigeria, and we're always proud of ourselves about that. To be honest, I'm proud of myself too that I'm a Nigerian, I have thick skin and I can survive anything. But how long? How long are we going to be surviving this situation? Like a cup of gari that is even more like the most affordable or one of the most affordable foods in Nigeria is now big man food, if I would say so. It is expensive. A lot of people stay on a job from morning till night. They are not even opportuned. They don't even have the space or the chance to do other things that will generate income. Okay, we keep saying that let's not depend on one stream of income. Let's not depend on one stream of income. Even the one stream of income we are depending on and struggling and striving to build, it's not easy to build. You're doing, one person is doing 10 people's job. One person is doing 10 people's work. You find out in an establishment, if one person is employed, but he or she will be saddled with the responsibility of other departments, other people. It's a lot. So where is the time? Where is the opportunity? And the pay is nothing to write home about. They take the whole of your strength and pay you peanuts. So how do you survive? And time is going. You have responsibility to look after, even if you do not have kids or anyone to look after. Looking after yourself is a huge responsibility. Imagine you now have a family, you have aged parents that you have to look after. How long are we going to be proud or keep having thick skin? Sure, we are not getting tired, or are we not going to be tired? So what are we supposed to do? What's the next step? What should we do on our own? I know we cannot go to the government office, or we cannot collect the power by force. We can't take the power by force to rule. We cannot take the power to rule. So on our own, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to build ourselves. I don't know how, but you just have to find a means of survival. I don't blame people that are running Ajakpain, are running to the white man's country. But even running to the white man's country is not easy. You need to have a particular amount of money in your account to do that. The process of getting visa and all of that, Uncle, it's a lot. When you go through that, like going through the first phase of that alone is enough discouragement. So for those that are even trying to jackpot, or those that have jackpot, really have thick skin to do that. We see our Nigerian doctors and nurses running away. Like what is even reigning now is nurses going abroad to practice. And I learned it's very lucrative there. I also learned that the best doctors out there are even from Nigeria. So imagine, they got trained here and are running away because they are not getting what they thought they would get. They are not getting what they deserve, actually. They, on their own, have taken their own fate into their hands, and they've looked for solution for themselves and they ran. So for a common man, for a regular man who is not opportune, some people have relatives abroad, family abroad that they can, okay, this and that. Well, visa stuff is gambling. It's actually a lot, to be honest. There's a lot of corruption, corrupted process attached to it. A lot of things like a lot of things go wrong. Even to get the visa, it's a problem. If you are passing a passport office, you see people, the number of people you see, you'll be like, I don't understand what's happening here. Every day, every day. So it's a lot, except you have family abroad. Even if you have family abroad, it is still a process. Then you don't have anybody. You don't know anybody. The running away is another work. So for a common man, for a regular man who is just trying to build his life, or a woman or a young woman or a teenager, just a young person trying to build his or her own life, what should they do? They don't have anybody, they don't know anybody. They're trying to survive. What should they do? They can't jackpot. They can't secure a good job. They can't afford a good accommodation. They can't live, like, they can't afford good clothing. So what would they do? What would they do? So for young persons who is trying to for a young person who is trying to discover himself, trying to grow, mature, get exposed, understand life, the best thing is to acquire skills. Because the fact that Gary used to be 20 naira per cup before and is now how much? 200 or 300 naira for cup, for a cup, doesn't mean that it will go back to that amount tomorrow. There's nothing that has ever risen in this country that went back to the way it was. It's always going higher, always going higher. Meanwhile, the salaries or whatever income is not going high. It's more like it's reducing. So you can see that the table is in your court. I mean, the ball is in your court. It is left to you to strive, to work, to develop yourself, to build yourself, to acquire skills and brand yourself, position yourself so you can survive. The ball is in your court, actually, to be honest, because the whole time we spend to insult government, to call out government, to complain, to cry, to weep, it's not going to change anything. If we can use that same energy, that time, that resources, that strength to do something for ourselves, then I think we can move forward. We can start something from there. So even if a young person wants to go into business, there is no idea that you have that you don't need money to start. Fine, even if it's online business, won't you need a smartphone and good data to do it? It is so pathetic, to be honest. It's so pathetic. Thank you guys for joining. Kindly drop in the comment section where you're joining from and your time over there. This is currently 19 minutes past 3 Nigerian time, and this is Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Princess Vaku Angie, and this is my YouTube channel. So I usually go live to rub minds together and with you guys and hear your opinions. And today I just have a burden in my heart about the whole economy. It's not like it's not been a burden, but I just decided to air it out today. Let's talk and Let's ask questions and provide answers to ourselves and for ourselves. Because if we keep complaining, nothing is changing. We're still there. So the ball is in our court, like I said earlier. The ball. So are you going to sit down there and keep complaining? Are you going to see government? I think my charger is, my phone is overheating. Are you going to keep complaining? You say president did this, president did that, governor did this, governor did that. How long have you been complaining? What has changed? How did we even get here? How did we get? How did we get here? Those times, like those years that we were growing up, we used to feel that the country is in um, chaos. The country is bad. The country is somehow. Imagine the singer of Nigeria Jaga Jaga that time. That time that he sang this song and said Nigeria Jaga Jaga. If it was this time around that that song came out, I feel it will match it. It will match the situation. Not that time. So imagine that time that Nigeria is even Jaga was. I don't know what name we should call it that time that this song was sung. But imagine Nigeria now. You never Jaga Jaga then. You never Jaga Jaga then, no. But that time we were still struggling that time, to be honest. That time too, things were hard. But things were not hard. It is now we are realizing that things were not hard that time. Truly, never Jaga Jaga that time. But we didn't appreciate it. Yeah, Tony Tetula, everything is still there alright. Yeah, everything was alright, to be honest. Life was good. Life was good. Life was sweet, you know. And thinking about it just it's just I don't know. Then now, hey God. The rich are becoming richer, the poor are becoming poorer. There's nothing like first class, middle class, and lower class or third class, whatever it is. It is either first class or lower class or low class, rather. So, how did we get here? And should we keep complaining? Because it won't change anything at all. No operation then. Yahoo never popular like this. Okay, imagine talking about involving in Yahoo and all of that. So that guy that his items were pushed away and all of that, like those that are doing decent things on the street, they are not ashamed. There are times that I'll be passing through traffic and I'll see young guys running to sell drinks, bottled water, sachet water. And I'll be like, oh my God. To be honest, there is no day I pass that I see guys running or even girls, small, small girls running with granules, cashew nuts, plantain to sell in traffic. And I don't feel for them. It's not like I'm bigger than them in any way. It's either I'm in a bus passing or I'm crossing the road and I see them. I'll be like, oh God, I wish I have this to assist this person. I wish I can just walk up to this person and say, okay, you sell this. Is this a business you would like to venture into? Would you like to have a store? How do you want to establish this business and help this person? But they say if wishes were horses, and I believe that one day it will happen. But I really feel for them. So imagine those that are decently doing this hustle with all their minds, all their hearts. They take the risk to do that. Then they face this kind of thing. And if they venture into illegal things, robbery, theft, internet fraud, it is now a crime. It becomes a crime. I see why a lot of them go into this. I'm not justifying it. But this alone is a big discouragement. It's a big discouragement. So even the legal hustle self, people are frustrated on them. Even the decent jobs, the decent businesses, small businesses. The thing is, selling sachets of water on the road or selling bottles of water or bottles of drinks on the road, how much gain do they even get? How much gain? How much? And they keep running after vehicles. They're not even scared that, okay, a vehicle might knock them down, God forbid. But they take the risk. They position their heart like they keep their hearts in a position that, okay, I have to just do this thing. Let me do it. And they are doing it. Greediness, to be honest. Greed. We gather wealth for generation that are not even close to this one. They are not near to this place. The other time that money was recovered from a late politician, huge amount that he gathered. He didn't take that money to the grave. And even the generation he gathered them for, or whatever it is he gathered the money for, or the property for, didn't come to experience it. He doesn't even know the generation. Like, he didn't even know the generation yet. The generation don't even know him yet. Yet people are here suffering. Truly, this country's problem is greediness, greed, selfishness. Health system is poor. Not everyone private. Or so sad. That's that's the end of any other. We blame youths for stealing. We blame youths for involving themselves in internet fraud. We're not making it. They do decent hustles. It's a problem. They don't do this. If you're a young person to work in an establishment, you're doing well, and you can afford good, you can afford roof over your head, good clothing, mobility, and your things are going. If you can afford all these basic things, then you are wealthy. On top of the 50 naira gain they are getting, 100 naira, 200, something. You need to see the way these old women beg these people to clear. Cook them. So what are they doing with those cooked foods? Is it that they go to trash them or they go to sit and eat? That's another level. Better them away of. You could threaten to ask them to pack them, or you pack them away. You could threaten them that you pack them away if they don't leave immediately. That is not even fair, but it is better than this one that you just pack everything and go. Not stories. It's not what this man was narrating yesterday and crying. It is something that is happening all the time, every day. This is someone selling fruits, even someone that is moving with the fruits on the street. They just clear everything. So what are you supposed to do with the fruits? What are you going to trash them or eat them? Someone's sweat. On top how much? Hmm? To rent a job self, to run a business is something else. To get a spot in a market, to run your business, to sell your products, your goods, is another thing. So for those that are struggling to just do, some from the street and they grew, now they are millionaires, they own stores. But imagine for those that never got that privilege of or the opportunity to try and do stuff, and the whole thing is taken away. Hi, Arekwesola Ibrahim. I'm not a civil servant. I'm a theater artist and a screen actor. I'm also a chef and a content creator. Obviously, I create lifestyle videos, lifestyle content, and drama videos. So I don't work with any establishments. I'm a freelancer and I run my business. Okay, thank you for asking. So imagine those that are just trying to figure it out. They're just trying to figure it out. Okay, let me just do this thing and just let something be coming in, no matter how small, while I think of what next to do, while I think of how to get this shop, while I think of how to get this spot to sell things. Some people's desire, hard desire, is not even to sell stuff. Some people want to go to school, some people want to just do something, get a job in a good establishment. But when it's not forthcoming, or because it's not forthcoming, they decided to try this petty trading on the street. And then this happens. Some people would have gotten high blood pressure from that. Some people would have gotten heart attack. We don't know if someone has even fallen down to die from that safe, or went back home, fell ill and died. We don't even know. But those things, or this thing, is enough to make someone go through that. How did we get here? Like, how? And how are we surviving? To be honest, let me ask this question again. How are we even surviving? You cannot make a decent pot of soup with 5,000 naira for a family of five. You have to manage, you have to think. You may even have to think of the cheapest soup to make, something that will just satisfy yourself and your family members. For you to move from one place to the other, no matter how short the distance is, you spend a lot of money for transportation or on transportation. Fuel is not even smiling. The price of fuel is not even smiling. Dollar now is, before we know it, I'm not praying that it gets worse, but I mean, are we going to be surprised that we wake up tomorrow and dollar is 3,000 naira? It will not be story. And the thing is, we quickly adjust, like we quickly adjust, no matter the discomfort. We quickly adjust. Like we have shock absorbers. So how do we survive? The thing is, you're on your own. It depends on you. Like I said, the ball is in your court. If you have a special skill, please develop that skill and put it to work. If you have the opportunity to even travel out, let's say a golden opportunity just falls before you and you have to travel out, that skill will really help you. So it's not like you're busy complaining, saying government did this, government did that, and all, and you're not developing yourself. You do not have a skill, you do not have a handwork. Some people are naturally gifted and naturally talented. They don't even go through any training or any lesson to learn something or to have skills or to get a particular handwork. They are just naturally gifted. They can do stuff. So it's left for you to develop it. It is left for you to develop it. So that when opportunity comes actually, opportunity comes no matter how little, then you'll be able to put it into place and it will favor you. So we actually have a role to play by working on ourselves, developing ourselves, and by loving ourselves. Thing is, we could be busy bashing the government and our leaders and all of that. But a lot of times we end up cheating ourselves. We end up um, being the reason for someone else's downfall. We insult the government, this and that, hey, they are bad, they are this. But when the opportunity comes for us to cheat another person, we just do that without thinking twice. We do that without blinking. We comfortably cheat someone else and we're complaining of government. If we can love ourselves, if only we can love ourselves and come together and help each other, to be honest, the burden will lessen, the burden will reduce. Like I said from the beginning, making noise and blabbing will not work. Work on yourself, love each other, like help support another person's business, not to cheat someone else. And that way we can push ourselves, because it is not getting any better. At this point, it is not even prayers alone, because prayers works. Prayer works. It is not prayer alone that will help this country. It is not prayer. Now, that man that was crying yesterday, very dark man, already promised to buy him the stuff that he lost. But then, is he going back to that same? Where is he going to start up again? He may pick or find another spot to continue his business, but how is he sure that they won't come back again, or they will not come another day to that place to disrupt his business? One good thing I like about Nigerians rather, is that we could come out in our number to support someone. We come out in our number to support someone. Now that man now, I'm sure a lot of people will reach out to him to support him. And before you know it, he's standing on his feet again. He may not even go back to that business again. He may go back to something better. Family planning should be taken seriously too. That's true, to be honest. That's true. Very important point. 5 is crowd. Na crowd oh, na crowd. 5 na crowd, to be honest. I don't know. Sometimes if I see women giving birth, or a family, a couple giving birth like back to back, I I know it's not in my place to feel whatever it is I want to feel. It is not in my place to choose their lives for them. But I get pissed. I'm like, what is this? The funny thing is that wealthy people don't give birth like the way poor people do. This is a poor man that gives birth like say tomorrow no day. Say our children are blessings from God. You cannot reject God blessings. What? And they come into the world and suffer. They come into the world to suffer. And you say they are blessings. Then when they end up joining bad friends, doing bad things, you now say, this and that. You brought them up well, or you taught them well, but they chose to be, when they are suffering. It's not everybody. Forget we are singing, we are saying that we have thick skin, we can take everything. There's no kind of suffering that we've not experienced and will not experience. Forget, some people cannot take some amount of suffering, suffer head. Some people will tell you, I no come this life to suffer. Tiwa Savage. Some people cannot manage, they can never manage. So you now brought them into the world, and nothing is happening in their, and you say seriously too. Thank you so much, Ibrahim, for this point. So guys, I'm glad I'm able to, should I say, less burdened now talking about this, because we may know people's situation. This shouldn't be happening. I wish this person can help this person. I appreciate. I'll be bringing this live to an end. I'm so grateful you've been here from the beginning till now. I am so grateful. I appreciate. Thank you so much. On my next live session. Bye.